Today I messed up by recording the audio of someone having sex in my building. I woke up at 1 a.m. to a woman screaming. My first instinct was that it was from a domestic disturbance, and I got out of bed to try and identify where it was coming from. Around 5 minutes in, screams of yes, yes, informed me that my first instinct was wrong and someone was having a good time. A really good time. I mean, this was like nothing I had ever heard before. It sounded like a porn video. Based on the crowd that lives in my building, I'm pretty sure no one would be playing porn that loud at 1 a.m. and that this is the real deal. My building is pretty soundproof as well. In my groggy stupor, I felt like something extraordinary was happening that I wanted to capture, so I decided to record the audio on my phone. In the morning, I told my fiancée about the fact that I woke up at night. We lived together, and she was mortified that I took a recording. I realized that it was a perverted thing to do, but in the moment had no clue. I was never going to do anything with the recordings, nor do I know who is having sex or where they live, but I get that it's still weird. Deleted the recordings, but my fiancé wants me to talk about this in therapy. Today I messed up. I bought a 300 showerhead for the trash can. Today, I feel like peeling the skin off my face. Literally, that's how much I messed up. So, I recently went on a trip to Japan. It was a huge deal for me because it wasn't easy to go. While I was there, I had this rare moment of wanting to indulge in extreme luxury, something I never do. And I decided, you know what? Showers are an important part of the day. I deserve this. So, I bought a 300 showerhead. The technology was super advanced. It felt like peak luxury. And for once, I wanted to really treat myself. Fast forward to today. I was swapping out the old showerhead, but the new one wouldn't fit because a piece inside was broken. No big deal. I figured I'd buy a replacement part, but I kept putting it off. First, I told myself I'd go another day. Then that day came, and I couldn't go. Eventually, after a few days, I finally went out to buy it. Here's where it all went to hell. I had some random stuff I wanted to throw out, some torn pants, other junk, so I tossed them aside. At some point, I put the showerhead down with everything, thinking I'll move it later. But I didn't. I forgot. And then, like an absolute idiot, not really looking, I took everything out and threw it all away. And that's it. I basically flushed 300 down the toilet. Just gone. I don't even know what to say. Have you ever messed up so badly that you just sit there, staring into the void, questioning everything? Because that's where I'm at. Today I messed up by not giving up my seat to a pregnant lady. It just happened. I was coming back from work and there were a couple of train cancellations, so the train was full. I luckily got a seat because I was in front. Now all seats are taken and people start standing between the seats. This is where it happened. A lady came and stood right next to my seat. I just glanced at her and she kind of looked at me, but not to seem creepy. I immediately looked away. I started watching something on my phone, and then I kind of remembered that the lady looked, well, for the lack of better word, healthy. That's when it hit me that maybe she was pregnant and was hoping I would give up my seat, but just to be sure I will have a second look. I turned to look at her belly, and right after looking at it, I just saw up and saw her looking at me, checking her belly out. At this point I was confused if she was pregnant or just fat. Now I was in a dilemma. If I give her my seat and she is not pregnant, I look like an butthole who saw her fat belly and thought she is too fat to stand. But if she was pregnant and I don't stand up, I look like an butthole who didn't give up his seat to a pregnant lady. I remembered the golden rule to always assume someone is fat and never assume someone is pregnant. While I was deciding what to do, some old lady from other side stood up and gave her seat to the lady and announced loudly, "What a time to be alive, where healthy men don't even give up their seat to pregnant women, and an old lady in her 70 seconds have to give up her seat." She didn't say it directly to me, but was basically looking at me the whole time. The pregnant lady also said thank you to her and basically made a face at me. I promptly got up and offered my seat to the old lady, but she wouldn't take it.